the entire Ayush program. So we request all the northeastern states to have a very specific and dedicated administrative mechanism for implementing the Ayush programs. Timely utilization of the grant in aid, strengthening of the Ayush-based public health interventions, and opening of the new Ayush hospitals and teaching institutions with the support from NAM. Thank you. Thank you all.
Sir, I want to flag this issue because all the states representatives are here. That utilization of grant is not very good in the entire northeastern states, and as per the mandate by Department of Expenditure, until 75% of grants are not utilized, further grants are not possible. So my request to all the state officials to look into this matter and review this. And second thing, sir, I want to mention is that because of the status of northeastern state, under this scheme 90% grant is coming from the Government of India. So it's a huge opportunity. So please ensure that we tap this opportunity. For the other states it is 60-40, but here is 90-10. So 90% grant is coming from Government of India. So please utilize this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much. After the successful presentation, now I would like to request Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, to address our occasion.
Honorable Union Minister for Ports, Shipping, Waterways and Ayush, Sri Sarbananda Sonowal ji, Dr. Munjapara Mahendra Bhai Kalu Bhai, Honorable Union Minister for State for Ayush and Women and Child Development, Bed Rajesh Kotecha, Secretary, Government of India, Ministry of Ayush, my colleague, Health Minister from Assam, Sri Keshav Mahanta, my colleagues from entire northeastern regions, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I'd like to thank Ministry of Ayush for organizing this conclave, for informing us about the opportunity lies ahead for development of Ayush system of healthcare in the entire northeastern region. We have all seen the presentation, and somehow we can feel that entire northeastern region can be developed as a Ayush hub if we concentrate, if we go ahead in a systematic approach. Because northeastern region is a biodiversity hotspot, and we have lot of flora, fauna and medicinal trees. Only thing, we have to develop it in a very, very proper way, systematic way, and we have to remain organic if we want to make total use of our potential. So I think the presentation from Dabur from Invest India and also from the National Ayush Mission will help us about the way forward. I'd like to emphasize one or two quick points. Regarding COVID, I was Health Minister under Sri Sarbananda Sonowal ji during the COVID period. And my experience is that whenever I used to visit ICU and hospital, I found that in spite of we providing lot of allopathic drugs and whatever symptomatic drugs we used to give, whenever I visit COVID patients, I found that they have some kind of Ayurvedic medicine with them. They do not show it, but they kept it. One of Honorable MP from Assam, he was infected with COVID. So I went inside Guwahati Medical College to meet him. Then I asked him, Dada, I think everything is fine. He said everything is fine. And Himanta, I must tell you that this is apart from the treatment and care you people are giving, this medicine is helping us more. So that is Ayurvedic medicine. So apparently, whether we disclose or not disclose, but Ayurvedic system of medicine has helped us in prophylactic as well as clinical management during the COVID period. And that these are the hard facts which I have seen in myself. So I am sure that in mild and non-symptomatic, basically in a mild COVID cases, Ayurvedic is helping us a lot. And I think the kind of clinical treatment is clinical trial is going on. I am sure that we will have major breakthrough also in regard to the management of COVID-19 in days to come. So I'd like to request our Ayush fraternity to keep on doing their good works. And we have all seen that how during the COVID pandemic, across the world, the acceptance of our Ayush medicine like Ashwagandha has created a huge buzz, and the export and the total production, total sale, total export has gone up exponentially. So I am very happy because Ayush is our heritage. Ayush is in a way linked with our civilization. So I mean, whatever way we should contribute to the growth of Ayush, I am sure that will enrich our own civilization. So I'd like to thank everyone for doing great work. Regarding Ayush education, I know that there is a lot of scope on that. Recently, we have been given 2 hospitals on Ayush, one in Majuli and one is Dudhnoi, Gwalpara. We have completed the construction of the Dudhnoi hospital. We will complete the construction of Majuli also in next 3 to 6 months. I have already directed my health department to start the hospital. Probably when next time our Indian Minister is coming back to Assam, we will get the hospital inaugurated through him. My only one request to Sri Sonowalji, we have one Ayurvedic college. The college is doing great, but now time has come to have another Ayurvedic college. We have already earmarked land in Dudhnoi, Gwalpara for the second Ayurvedic college. And I will be very happy that if in line with National Ayurvedic Mission, if Honorable Minister grant one more college to Assam, and I just want to give commitment that in record time we will finish the construction and we will give all the manpower required for establishment of the college. So I hope that ministry and particularly Sri Sonowalji will take cognizance of that and he will do the needful. So I don't want to keep longering my speech because we have all seen the presentation. I think as a northeastern region, we can do lot because we can take full advantage of our biodiversity. Our forest villages can contribute a huge for production of Ayurvedic plant and value addition with that. So hope we all will work in that direction. And I'd like to once again thanks Honorable Minister Sri Sarbananda Sonowalji. He has taken time out of his busy schedule. Yesterday he has given entire day for port, shipping and inland waterways. Today he is giving us time for Ayush, and I am sure that with he on the helm of affairs will do good in both the sector. I'd like to thanks also Sri Dr. Munjapara Mahendra Bhai for being here with us today, and hope that he will also keep on coming to Northeast so that we can develop along with the vision of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to request Honorable Health Minister of Assam, Shri Keshav Mahanta, to address us.
ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कसरी सुखो भवदेह. Honorable Union Minister for Ayush Sarbananda Sonowalji, Honorable Chief Minister of Assam Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma ji, Union Minister of State, Ayush Manjupara Mahendra Bhai Kalu Bhai ji, Honorable Health Minister from our neighboring state, Sharma ji from Sikkim, and Phom ji from Nagaland, and from Manipur, advisor to Health Minister, and Secretary Ayush, Government of India, Rajesh Kutsra ji, Special Secretary, and other officials from Government of India and Government of other state government. It is proud to privilege. It is our proud to privilege to have Honorable Union Minister Ayush amongst us, being from Northeast, Shri Sonowal ji personally knows our potential in Ayush sector, and we all will be dignifiedly benefited and his visionary guidance. Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, Honorable Chief Minister Assam, has been fully supportive to expand and Ayush service up to the level of sub-center, health and wellness centers. The Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, launched the National Ayush Mission in the month of September 2014. And in the last 5 years, Assam have significantly improved Ayush facilities and services. Government Ayurvedic College, Jalukbari, is one of the oldest Ayurvedic medical college, which was established in 1948. There is an intake capacity of 63 undergraduates and 30 postgraduate. Every year we produce 63 undergraduate and 30 of postgraduate. The Government Ayurvedic College also has an attached hospital with OPD in 8 specialists and 152 bedded IPD in facility. There are 3 government homeopathic medical colleges in the state. Seat capacity 63 each colleges, and the attached homeopathic hospitals have OPD in 5 departments and 25 bedded IPD facilities also. Government of Assam Health and Family Welfare Department also gives special attention for improvement the all 4 numbers of Ayush Educational Institute in the state. 1,148 Ayurveda doctors and 1,790 homeopathy doctors are registered in Assam, which many of them engage under the government service. 331 Ayush doctors work under state health service, and another 710 work under NHM. Their service in our allopathic hospital or other dispensary. During COVID, Ayush doctors have extended their service. Government Ayurvedic College, Jalukbari, Guwahati, alone admitted 564 patients, and notably all the patients have recovered. 900 numbers of Ayush doctors were engaged in COVID duty at different COVID care centers in Assam. Out of the 2 numbers of integrated Ayush hospital, the construction of Dudhnoi Hospital, already mentioned by our Honorable Chief Minister, other in Majuli, we complete it soon. We hope the next visit of Honorable Union Minister, along with our Chief Minister, we inaugurate the Dudhnoi Hospital, and same time new good news will come to us to another medical college at Dudhnoi. The construction of integrated Ayush Hospital Majuli also we completed within the October. With our commitment, improve Ayush service in region, Assam would like place our request for establishing a state-art of Panchakarma therapy center at Kaziranga, because it is tourist place, and upgradation of Government Ayurvedic College Guwahati National Institute of Ayurveda, and second Ayurveda Medical College Dudhnoi already mentioned, one separate Ayush University, as Ayush disciplines are expanding in Northeast very fast. Then we are looking forward to a kind guidance, continuous support from Honorable Union Minister, and commit ourselves to provide best of the facilities under Ayush. Already mentioned Honorable Chief Minister. Once again, I welcome Ayush Minister Sonwalji, Manchobaraji, and all secretary and dignitaries from Government of India and neighboring state. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I would now like to request Honorable Health Minister of Sikkim, Dr. Manikumar Sharma, to address us.
Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma ji, Honorable Union Minister for Ayush, Sri Sarvananda Sonowal ji, Honorable Union Minister of State for Ayush and Women and Child Development, Dr. Munjapada Mahendrabhai ji, Honorable Health Minister of Assam, Sri Kesab Mahanta ji, Honorable Health Minister of Nagaland, Sri Pengyung Phomji, Honorable Advisor to SCM of Manipur, Dr. Sapam Ranjanji, Secretary Ayush, Government of India, Rajesh Koteja ji, all the officers of the Government of India, and all the officers from the various northeastern states, friends from press and media. It is my proud privilege to be present here in this August gathering on 20th August to see the various aspects of Ayush, the potentials of Ayush, and way forward as far as northeastern states are concerned. I would like to firstly thank Sri Sarvananda ji for initiating such a meet exclusively for the Northeast. We have very high hopes on you, sir. We have very high expectations as you are from son of the Northeast. So as far as Northeast is concerned, we saw in the presentation as well that the potential of Northeast is tremendous. And here I'd like to mention that Sikkim has the highest potential as far as Ayush is concerned, because Sikkim is a total organic state. And Sikkim for thousands of years has been practicing different modes of alternative medicines in the form of Tibetan medicines, Sovarukpa practices, and these are tribal and non-tribal, both kinds of herbal practices in Sikkim. As in the presentation, we could see that 182 herbs, medical herbs, are identified only in Sikkim. But here I'd like to mention that my great grandfather was Ayurvedic physician, even though he was not a qualified physician because those days there was no degree system, but he practiced, and the legacy continued with my grandfather and my father. They used to practice, still they practice. From what I believe is, the kind of research and the kind of documentation that needs to be done hasn't been done. That is the greatest irony, because I remember one of my professors during my postgraduate days saying, he suddenly asked in our class, okay, tell me, which was the highest mountain peak in the world before Mount Everest was discovered? Nobody could answer. They said, everybody, they had their own guess, they said different names and all. And coolly, our professor said it was Mount Everest only, but it was not documented. That is the case. That is the case. The case is there is a tremendous potentiality, and there are no exploration. The proper kind of exploration, the proper kind of ethnobotanical taxonomy, the identification of plants, the the segregation proper, and really knowing the active ingredients in toto and standardization, all these things have not been done. There are few herbs that I think with the good initiative of the Ayush Ministry, okay, we could reach to a very satisfactory standardization level, but there are miles to go as far as Ayush is concerned. And in the Northeast, we need to establish institutions. If we really want some kind of good research to go on, sustainable research is required. Why allopathic medicine has progressed so far? We need to look back. The allopathic medicine could successfully, establish its present form simply because of continuous research and medical education. These kind of things has to happen as far as Ayush is concerned. And wherever there is a potential, there needs to be establishment of these kind of colleges. Like our Honorable Chief Minister Assam was mentioning about Ayurvedic Medical College, which is a very old one in Assam. And similar kind of colleges need to be established in different potential areas. And I humbly request the Union Minister, Sri Sarvananda Ji, for establishing one such institute in Sikkim, because Sikkim has such tremendous potential. I tell you, because with the establishment of colleges and educational institutes, people will doing lot of research, active research will go on, because you just cannot rely on, our other, NGOs and other healthcare providers like Davar, which is doing a commendable job. I'd like to thank, these people, they have been doing. But what we need is a sustainable one at the local level, more focused level, because one institute which is at a very distant, location, doing these things and doing kind of research, and of course, from commercial point of view also, that we were listening during the presentation that there are freight charges that they are talking about. So if we really establish these kind of institutes at local level, then we will be giving more focus on this kind of development, research, and that will go a very long way in establishing Ayush as a definitive form of treatment, both prophylactic as well as curative. This is important because presently what we are doing is we are providing services on the backbone of allopathic medicine, on the backbone of allopathic services. It is a co-location. You are co-locating. The Ayush services are co-located, mostly co-located. There are very few dedicated hospitals, even though it is a baby. Ayush is a baby as adopted by the government of India newly, but practiced for thousands of years. So we need to do these things. I strongly feel from the bottom of my heart that these things need to be done. We need to establish Ayush exclusive dispensaries, because we have potential, so we need to give these things, from exclusive dispensaries. We need to provide these kind of services so people will be, confident. They will rely on Ayush. Honorable Chief Minister of Assam was really truly telling the fact. Everyone who suffered from COVID had a hands-on kit, by the side in the form of kada or something else. So this is a true fact. But to really establish Ayush as a form of treatment, as a continuous form of treatment, we need to strengthen the primary, the preventive aspect of care. Tertiary aspect of care also needs to be strengthened, because we need lot of centers. We are sensitizing Ayush. I think we are presently sensitizing Ayush. The IEC, the digitalization, the IT initiative that we saw in the presentation, it was really commendable. Thanks to Ayush Ministry, and even the recognition in the form of Bioshrestha Award, those who are providing geriatric services in Ayush sector. This is also very, very good initiative. So the main thing is there are two aspects of things that needs to be seen. One in the form of Ayush care, as I already mentioned, that we need to establish these exclusive Ayush dispensaries, more hospitals, more manpower, more dedicated manpower in this field, and of course incentives. And what I strongly feel in the state of Sikkim, because I became a minister just for two years, and what I have been seeing is the Ayush employees, they are poorly paid, because the pay scale is very poor. I think we need to look into this aspect also, because those who are working in Ayush sector, they're getting less pay as compared to allopathic medicine. I think we should vouch for equal pay. Then only they will get more initiative. I think this is important. And as far as this investment thing is concerned, yes, we need investment for progress. The Invest India that we saw, I saw a ray of hope through them. I really request them to explore Sikkim and invest accordingly, whatever they feel they can explore. Even I invite the Dabur Research Group to really look into the potentials of Sikkim, because Sikkim can glorify Ayush. Once again, I can tell you that Sikkim can really glorify the Ayush services of India as a whole. The international market will really, we can capture through Sikkim. By virtue of being organic, and by virtue of having so much material, so much biodiversity, so much of herbs, so many unexplored and explored herbs, we can really do a good market internationally as well. So really, on this occasion, I'd like to once again thank Sri Sarbananda ji for taking this initiative, son of our Northeast, and we have huge expectation on you, sir, because our whole plan, the future of Northeast as far as Ayush is concerned, it rests on you completely, because we need to really do something radical to give a good, an Ayush system care in Northeast, because which is already there, but it is in a tidbits everywhere, because in Assam it is practiced in tidbits, in Sikkim it is tidbits, so all these things are in tidbits. So we need to organize, I think, in a more comprehensive way, so that we give more comprehensive Ayush care separately, as well as along with allopathic medicine, and by establishing institutions and by establishing the primary care institutes, the dispensaries, and providing adequate manpower. This will definitely augment our services. And with this great hope, I'd like to thank you all from all the people of Sikkim for organizing this kind of conclave here and giving us an opportunity to really put forward our viewpoints on this occasion. Thank you all. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. I would now like to request Honorable Health Minister of Nagaland, Shri S. Pangyophom, to address us.
Thank you for the time. Thank you for the time. Before my speech,
क्या हो गया?
thank you you for the time. Before my speech, our Nagaland State Ayush Department would like to give some small presentation to the dignitaries. Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Sri Hemanta Biswa Sarma Ji, Honorable Union Minister, Sri Sonowal Ji, Honorable Union Minister of State, Ayush, Dr. Manoj Para Ji, respected and honorable my colleagues, health ministers from Assam, Sikkim, advisor to Chief Minister, who is in charge of medical, health and family welfare, Manipur, honorable MLA, government officials from the Ayush ministries, from the northeastern states, dignitaries, friends from press and media, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I would like to express my gratitude to the Honorable Union Minister for having this review meeting with the northeastern states at Guwahati. As he is from the northeast itself, he is well aware of the special focus needed for the northeastern states of India. We had a fruitful meeting with the Honorable Health and Family Welfare Minister, Government of India a few days back at Guwahati itself, and I am sure that this meeting will also be very fruitful. I would like to express the gratefulness of the people of our state to our Prime Minister, under whose leadership such focus is being given to the development needs of the people of Northeast India. I would also like to express my gratefulness to the Government of India for giving special focus towards the development of Ayush sector and the various systems of medicines in the Northeast region. We have made very good progress on account of this focus, starting from almost nothing. We now have 2 integrated IOS hospitals with 40 bedded beds functional and another 130 beds which will be made functional very soon in our state. We have IOS facilities now in all our district hospitals, 19 community health centers and 6 primary health centers. We are expanding further with 5 IOS dispensaries that would be operational within this year. Another 44 sub-centers which would be made operational as IOS health and wellness centers within this financial year. We have a total of 94 IOS doctors serving the people of Nagaland, who are also contributing in the fight against COVID-19 pandemic. We would need continued support for expeditiously making operational the under construction activities and expanding the IOS network in the state. The state is also rich in traditional knowledge on healthcare. The traditional healers are delivering healthcare to the remotest villages. Such local health traditions have survived on account of its convenience to the people. Also the trust factor. This precious knowledge is, however, slowly being lost to us, as most of it is passed on through oral tradition and cannot compete with the modern allopathic stream. We have started the system of certification of the traditional healers and practitioners through the Northeast Christian University. It would be beneficial to provide space for these traditional healers and the IOS facilities for practice and provide them with an honorum for which we would be seeking IOS ministries indulgence. Nagaland is rich in natural resources, especially medicinal plants. Our state falls under Indo-Myanmar hotspot for biological diversity. It boasts of various climatic zones. This has resulted in the occurrence of plentiful plants which are having medicinal importance. Some of the species of medicinal plants available are enlisted in the rare and endangered category. The State Plants and Medicinal Board has been functioning actively through the various government agencies to promote activities relating to medicinal plants. We have set up a bioresources mission which has done appreciable work in documenting the various medicinal plants species. So far, 650 medicinal plants have been identified and documented in our state. They have also been promoting various species. Self-help groups have been formed for cultivation, post-harvest management, value addition, and marketing under brand name Origins and Naturally Nagaland. Forest Department has also been actively involved in the conservation effort. There are lots of activities which need to be taken up. There are some isolated remnants of medicinal plants potential areas where native and endemic species such as Akar, Dalchini, Paris, Nutgul, Panik, Blue Ginger, Turmeric, Taxus, Hostus, etc. are still found in abundance. They need to be conserved by declaring medicinal plant conservation areas involving the villagers to prevent over-exploitation of these plants. In addition, to prevent unsustainable harvesting leading to the duplication of resources and extinction of species, sustainable harvesting needs to be developed incorporating traditional knowledge. We also need to continue with our documentation exercise in a more intensive manner. Botanical studies to compile the inventory of medicinal plants. With correct botanical names and develop a database providing all available information pertaining to each species need to be taken up. There is a need to further promote well-designed home herbal gardens as promoted in other parts of the country. There are also huge potentials for establishing community-owned enterprise in the state based on traditional knowledge and medicinal plant resources. Many of the achievements that I have highlighted would not have been possible for a financially stressed state like Nagaland without the support of Government of India. I would like to request the Government of India, Ministry of Ayush, to expand its assistance to the state and reverse the trend of reduction in funding during the last 3 years so that we can continue developing the Ayush sector. So with these few words, once again, I thank our Honorable Union Minister of Ayush, Union Minister of State for Ayush, and all the officials from the Ayush Ministry for giving us this opportunity and this platform to express our concern and our activities. And I once again request the ministry to help our state as well as all the northeastern states to promote the Ayush activities, which we have lots of potentiality in the country, especially our state bordering with the Indo-Myanmar. We have lots of areas, virgin areas to be exploited. So once again, I thank you, sir, and God bless all of you.
Thank you so much, sir. I would now like to request Honorable Union Minister of State for Ayush, Dr. Munjpara Mahendra Bhai, to address us.
Good afternoon. सब बोलो, सब ऑडियंस ऑर्डर में लाना पड़ेगा ने. Good afternoon. Respected our Honorable Chief Minister Assam, Dr. Hemant Biswa Sarma, my Senior Cabinet Minister, Ports and Shipping, Waterways and Ayush, Mr. Sarvanand Sonowal, all the health ministers of the northeastern states, our Special Secretary Ayush, Vaidya Rajesh Kotecha ji, other dignitaries and media friends. I am extremely happy to see you all and address you today on this great occasion. The northeast region of the
India is rich in cultural diversity. The region has very rich tradition of herbal medicine used in treatment of various ailments. The government of India is promoting and increasing investment in the traditional medicine system in the northeast region of the India. The Northeast Institute of Ayurveda and Folk Medicine Research, Pasighat, Arunachal Pradesh, was established as autonomous institute under the Ministry of Ayush, Government of India for systemic research, documentation and validation of traditional folk medicine and health practice of the region. The institute has already undertaken many project works on documentation of folk healing practice and procedures. I am glad to inform you that the institute will have an Ayurveda college with initial intake of 30 students and a 60-bedded attached hospital. The additional infrastructure like hostel for boys and girls, academic block, sports complex, etc. will made. Also, an additional 86 posts both for Ayurveda college and hospital will be created. Ministry of Ayush is diligently working for upliftment of the Ayush system to enhance their competence. I am very proud to share a few recent advancements and new initiative of Ministry of Ayush. The Director General of WHO has announced the setting up of a global center for traditional medicine in India. This center will act as a global center for wellness. The Ministry of Ayush is actively engaged with WHO to development of standardized technologies for Ayurveda, Siddha and Unani system of the medicines. You may be aware that through National Ayush Mission, Ministry is supporting the states and UTs to improve infrastructure for better Ayush health care services to achieve the national goal for health and wellness for all. 8 new Ayush public health programs are added in the National Ayush Mission, which aims at focused approach for particular illnesses, palliative care, old age specific health issue, maternal and neonatal health and promotion of health lifestyle. Ministry of Ayush has taken initiative for establishment of a Ayush healthcare super specialty daycare center and hospitals, skill development in Ayush and establishment of Ayush grid under Champion Service Sector scheme. We all witnessed the tremendous growth of Ayush export market during the recent times. For promoting export in Ayush sector, Ayush Export Promotion Council has been set up. Promoting education and research is one among the prime aim of Ministry of Ayush. Suaripa has been included in Ayush system and is being promoted. Satellite center for existing national institutes are being established to expand education in Ayush in India. We need our traditional healthcare system to upgrade technologically. We have created an IT backbone in form of Ayush grid for the entire Ayush sector. Many portals have been launched and many are under process, which will be launched in the near future. We all know that Ayush system have been acclaimed globally for their effectiveness in the tracking the COVID-19 pandemic activity. Ministry of Ayush has been working relentlessly in the fight against pandemic. Ministry has issued many guidelines for prevention and management of the COVID-19. Ayush teleconsultation services are being done. Ayush human resources are engaged in mitigation of COVID-19. Ayush hospitals and colleges were also effectively utilized COVID care centers and isolation wards. India has the potential to become a pluralistic healthcare hub which require preservation and promoting the traditional healthcare system. With the continuous support from the government and various industries shifting towards the Ayush-based healthcare approach, the Indian traditional healthcare system is on its way to touch the lives of the millions of the people at domestic and global level. Let us all come forward and work together, build healthy India with our own traditional healthcare resource and adopting and integrating the technological innovation. And I am really thankful to Assam government and Assam Chief Minister Hemant Biswa, because I am staying here since last 3 days continuously, and इतना प्यार दिया है लोगों ने, आसाम और नॉर्थ ईस्ट लोगों ने. वैसे ये नॉर्थ ईस्ट को हमारे गुजरात में तो उसको 7 सिस्टर्स भी बोलते हैं. तो अभी अभी हमारा रक्षाबंधन, गुजरात में हम रक्षाबंधन, राखी बंधन हो रहे, उसको रक्षाबंधन. तो हम 2 भाई आज एक साथ आयुष के आया है. सर्वानंद सोनवाल जी हमारे बड़े भाई और मैं छोटा भाई हूँ. हम जो देते हो बड़ा ही देंगे. वो उसकी घोषणाएं और इम्प्लीमेंटेशन सर्वानंद सोनवाल जी करेंगे. और हम अपना 7 सिस्टर को अपना राखी का अभी वो बंधन गए, वो अभी हम निभाएंगे जरूर. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Thank you so much, sir. We now move towards the book release ceremony.
Now we are releasing the books by Sir, now we will start releasing the Ayush publications. I would like to request our dignitaries to release the first publication, that is research-oriented public health services under Swasth Rakshan program, which we conducted the health-related demography and we correlated with based on the Ayush principles, which is conducted in 22 states, in 19 states in 22 selected districts in the country. And this is a unique publication by Ministry of Ayush and CCRS, which is focusing on health-related demography and its correlation with the Ayush principles and how food habits, lifestyle, which can be correlated. Thank you very much, sir. Now I would like to request the dignitaries to present another publication, Safety and Prescription Trends of Rasaushadhis, that is metal and mineral-based Ayurveda formulations, which is we conducted this study in the trends, particularly in 21 states and duties through CCRS institutes. This publication gives us the confidence and evidence on the safety of Ayurveda formulations and prescription trends, which is being followed by the Ayurveda physicians in the country, and gives a confidence on evidence. This is very good, unique publication. Now I would like to request the dignitaries to present the another publication is management of management of anemia through Ayurveda, which is very good, which is which is very good publication on Ayurveda interventions, particularly in the management of anemia. And this is also 13 places we conducted at 370 centers covering more than 45,000 population. And it is Dhatri Loha and Punarnav Mandura has shown very good efficacy on anemia management. Thank you, sir. Thank you for releasing. Now I would like to request the dignitaries to release a publication on tribal folk medicine and ethnomedical practices in the Northeast India, which is a contributions of Ministry of Ayush. We have more than 35 research publications in various national and international journals and book chapters. We collated together and we are presenting before the dignitaries for release. This is a snapshot of all the activities on tribal documentation and validation of tribal folk medicine, particularly focusing in Northeast India, sir. I would like to the dignitaries to release the unveil the publications. Now, sir, one more, sir. Now I would like to request this is a unique publication we are making. This is the local health traditions and oral health traditions and ethno-medical practices, particularly prevalent in India. This is one of its first publication, which is we are validating the ethno-botanical practices based on the Ayush principles and authenticizing them based on their uniqueness through a validation protocol. And this is an excellent publication, sir. Now I would like to the dignitaries to release this. Thank you very much, sir. Now I request the dignitaries, sir, sir, आप बताइए, आप कर भाई the State Medicinal Plant Board, sir.
We have another book here, Medicinal Plants and Mushrooms of India, composed by Jatindra Sharma, IFS, Chief Conservator of Forest, Assam Forest Department, and Member Secretary, State Medicinal Plant Board, Assam. Sir.
इधर आ जाओ, इधर आपके पास आ जाओ. आप आ जाइए, ऊपर आ जाइए, शर्मा जी ऊपर आ जाइए फोटो में.
After the successful book release ceremony, I would now like to request Honorable Union Minister of Ayush, Shri Horbanand Khonwal, to address today's occasion.
Tanuja Nessi or Basu Reddy? Dr. Basu Reddy or Tanuja Nessi?
नमस्कार। भारत सरकार की आयुष मंत्रालय के द्वारा आयोजित प्रमोशन ऑफ आयुष सिस्टम ऑफ हेल्थ केयर कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑफ आयुष एंड हेल्थ मिनिस्टर्स ऑफ नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट आज इस सभा में हमारे बीच उपस्थित असम की लोकप्रिय कर्मठ यशस्वी चीफ मिनिस्टर और हमारे इस सभा की चीफ गेस्ट डॉक्टर हिमंत बिश्व शर्मा जी और सभा में उपस्थित हमारे छोटे भाई आयुष मंत्रालय की राज्य मंत्री और साथ साथ में वुमेन और चाइल्ड डेवलपमेंट भारत सरकार की डॉक्टर मुंजपर महेंद्र भाई जी और असम की स्वास्थ्य मंत्री केशव महंत जी, नागालैंड की माननीय मंत्री फॉर्म जी, सिक्किम की माननीय मंत्री डॉक्टर शर्मा जी और आयुष मंत्रालय की सचिव राजेश कुटेशा जी और स्पेशल सेक्रेटरी आयुष मंत्रालय की प्रमोद कुमार पाठक जी और आज इस सभा में विशेष रूप से उपस्थित हमारे मंत्रालय की दो टॉलेस्ट इंस्टीट्यूशन रिसर्च और एकेडमिक एक्टिविटीज की हमारी इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ आयुष डायरेक्टर प्रोफेसर मैडम तनुजा जी, आप खड़ा होकर सबको प्रणाम कीजिए। और मोरारजी देसाई नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ योगा की डायरेक्टर प्रोफेसर रेड्डी जी और आज इस सभा में उपस्थित हमारे भारत सरकार आयुष विभाग की जो भी हमारे प्रिय अधिकारीगण, आप अपने कुर्सी से खड़ा होके आपका परिचय दे दीजिए प्लीज। सब खड़ा हो जाइए क्योंकि कम से कम लोग आपका चेहरा देखना मांगता है, आपको जानना मांगता है। और आज इस सभा में जिन लोगों ने हमारे जिम्मेदारी अलग अलग विभाग की अधिकारीगण और इन्वेस्ट इंडिया और डाबर की जो पदाधिकारीगण, सबको मैं इस सभा में आप लोगों ने जैसे प्रेजेंटेशन किया और हमारे मंत्रालय में क्या क्या अपॉर्चुनिटी है, क्या क्या काम चल रहा है, ट्रेडिशनल जो मेडिसिनल प्लान के सिलसिले में जो रिसर्च, जो स्टडी, जो एविडेंस अब तक डेवलप किया गया है, देश विदेश में हमने कैसे इन चीजों को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए रिश्ता जोड़ा है, समझौता किया है, सारे विषय पर आप लोगों ने इतना बढ़िया से प्रेजेंटेशन दिया। और साथ साथ में इस मंत्रालय की द्वारा हम अपने अर्थव्यवस्था, रोजगार और किसानों का उपार्जन दोगुना करने के सिलसिले में क्या क्या हम कदम उठा सकते हैं, इस विषय पर जो आप लोगों ने नमूना पेश किया, इसके लिए मैं आप सबको विशेष रूप से धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं। ये नॉर्थ ईस्ट इंडिया हमारे परम आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सबसे प्रियस्त इलाका है। आपने देखा होगा परम आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने जब से अपने प्रधानमंत्री जी का दायित्वभार संभाला, पिछले 7 साल के अंदर देश विदेश की धरती पर अलग अलग सभाओं में नॉर्थ ईस्ट को जिस हिसाब से गुणगान किया, नॉर्थ ईस्ट की शक्ति, संपदा और संभावना के बारे में जैसे उन्होंने उल्लेख किया और इतना तक कहा, ये कोई देश का मामूली इलाका नहीं, ये देश का अष्टलक्ष्मी है। अष्टलक्ष्मी का मतलब क्या है? हम लोगों को कम से कम इन चीजों को विशेष रूप से उपलब्धि करना चाहिए। हर स्टेट, चाहे सिक्किम हो या त्रिपुरा हो, चाहे मिजोरम हो या मणिपुर हो, चाहे नागालैंड हो या मेघालय हो, चाहे अरुणाचल प्रदेश या असम हो, 8 प्रदेशों को कम से कम इन विषय को विशेष रूप से स्टडी करना होगा, रिसर्च करना होगा। अष्टलक्ष्मी किस हिसाब से हम इसको मानते हैं, अष्टलक्ष्मी का मतलब क्या है और किस लिए परम आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री ने ऐसे उल्लेख किया। मुझे लगता है इन विषय पर हमें गंभीर रूप से अध्ययन करना चाहिए, रिसर्च करना चाहिए। आप हमारे रिसर्च में जो फाइंडिंग्स उभर के आया है, जो एविडेंस हमें मिला है, ये सही है। उन्होंने जो कहा था ये सही साबित हुआ। आप देखिए आयुष मंत्रालय के द्वारा देश विदेश में हमारा उत्पादित जो सामग्री, आप जैसे इसका आदर और स्नेह दिनों दिन बढ़ रहा है और इसका एक्सेप्टेबिलिटी बढ़ रहा है और लोगों ने ये बात इतना विश्वास से लिया है कि आयुष का उत्पादित चाहे फूड सप्लीमेंट हो या मेडिसिन हो, ये हमारे शरीर सुरक्षित करने में एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका पालन कर सकता है। इतना तक सिर्फ हिंदुस्तान में नहीं, दुनिया में आज मानव समाज ने आयुष को विश्वास में लिया है और इसका हमको सही उपयोग करना चाहिए। और इसलिए अगले दिनों में नॉर्थ ईस्ट का हर प्रदेश हमारे विभाग के द्वारा नेशनल आयुष मिशन हो, हमारे अलग अलग जो संस्था है, सेंट्रल काउंसिल फॉर रिसर्च इन आयुर्वेदा, इन यूनानी, इन सिद्धा, इन होम्योपैथी, in South Africa, every sector should be taken into such seriousness of our study and research, our academic activities, and also create innovative formula to manufacture in medicine and others food product, so that that can be well supplemented to the growth of human health and wellness. So I believe इन विषय पर आप हम सब एक साथ मिलकर काम करेंगे। कन्याकुमारी से कश्मीर तक, गुजरात से अरुणाचल प्रदेश तक, इतने बड़े देश में बसे हुए 130 करोड़ से ज्यादा आबादी आज परम आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी की नेतृत्व में सब कोई एक साथ अब जुड़ गया है। सब लोगों ने मन बना लिया है, ये देश में जो शक्ति और संभावना है, जिसमें जो प्रॉस्पेरिटी है, पोटेंशियलिटी है, हम अगर एक साथ मिलकर मेहनत करें ईमानदारी से, निष्ठा से, भक्ति भावनाओं से, तो मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में हम इस भारत राष्ट्र को विश्व का सर्वश्रेष्ठ राष्ट्र के हिसाब से हम प्रतिष्ठा कर पाएंगे। इसलिए मुझे आप सब लोगों से ही दरखास्त है कि आप सब अपने अपने प्रदेश की जो भी संभावना है, हमने इतना दिन तक कभी भी अपने घर का आंगन में बसे हुए जो पेड़ है, जो क्रीपर्स है, उसको कभी भी गंभीर रूप से हम लोगों ने लिया नहीं था। मैं आज इस सभा में विशेष रूप से डॉक्टर हेमंत बिस्वा शर्मा जी को धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं। उन्होंने चीफ मिनिस्टर बनते ही 100 दिन के अंदर एक नया मंत्रालय उन्होंने शुरू किया है। इस मंत्रालय का नाम है इंडिजिनियस, हमारी फेथ, हमारी सिस्टम, इसको सही सुरक्षित और प्रगति के लिए प्रिजर्वेशन एंड प्रमोशन के सिलसिले में उन्होंने आधुनिक एक कदम उठाया है। मुझे लगता है कि देश के अंदर पहला ये असम सरकार है जिन्होंने ऐसा एक बड़े एक मजबूत सिद्धांत लिया है। तो इसलिए हमारा आयुष मंत्रालय के द्वारा अगले दिनों में इस मंत्रालय से हम जुड़ने के लिए हमारा सारे जो व्यवस्था में प्रवर्तित है, प्रचलित है, इसी हिसाब से हम भी जुड़ सकता है। और हमारा मकसद यही है ताकि जो ट्राइबल मेडिसिनल ट्रीटमेंट सिस्टम है, जिस प्लान को हमारे ट्राइबल की जितना बचे हुए देश में आबादी है, सब सदियों से, हजारों साल से इसको अपने जीवन को सरल और समृद्धिशाली बनाने में वो उसको इस्तेमाल करते आए हैं। इस पर भी भारत सरकार माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में हम लोगों ने रिसर्च और इसको बढ़ावा देने का काम किया है। और साथ साथ में अगले दिनों में नॉर्थ ईस्ट की हमारे परम आदरणीय मंत्रीगण ने जो अपेक्षा किया है, विशेष रूप से डॉक्टर हेमंत बिस्वा शर्मा जी ने अपने भाषण में जो कहा है कि असम के अंदर सिर्फ एक ही कॉलेज है वो भी it was established long time back in 1948, I think immediately after the independence. उसी के साथ साथ मुझे लगता है गुवाहाटी यूनिवर्सिटी प्रतिष्ठा हुआ था क्या 48 में, हाँ, in the same year, same campus. So now नॉर्थ ईस्ट की बच्चों की भलाई के लिए और इस विषय पर अधिक अनुभवी बनाने के लिए, अधिक जानकारी देने के लिए हम लोगों ने ये निर्णय किया है कि नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लिए, मैंने आप लोगों को भी जानकारी दे दिया है कि ग्वालपाड़ा में एक कॉलेज प्रतिष्ठा के लिए हम लोग कदम उठाएंगे और असम सरकार की द्वारा जो भी उनकी दायित्व है इस सारे विषय में शामिल होने का, इस विषय पर सीएम साहब ने अभी हमारे पास में ही अधिकारी को और विभाग के मंत्री महंत जी को आदेश जारी किया है, तो इसलिए ये काम जल्दी ही संभव हो जाएगा। साथ साथ में मैं और भी कहना चाहता हूं, हमारे विशेष रूप से मंत्रालय की हमारे भाई मंजू भाई और हमारे सचिव कोटेशा जी, हम लोगों ने बात किया, क्योंकि मैं सिर्फ उसको कैबिनेट मंत्री होने के नाते सब कुछ नहीं बोल सकती, एक टीम स्पिरिट का बात होता है कि नहीं। जब तक अधिकारी नहीं बोलेगा हम दोनों मंत्री कभी भी काम को हासिल नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए अधिकारी ने कहा संभव है, तो इसलिए मैं ऐलान करने जा रहा हूं। अगले दिनों में नेशनल आयुष मिशन की अधीन में हमारी नॉर्थ ईस्ट में 100 आयुष डिस्पेंसरी बनाया जाएगा और हेल्थ एंड वेलनेस सेंटर हमारी नेशनल आयुष मिशन स्कीम की द्वारा अगले दिनों में 1000 केंद्र नॉर्थ ईस्ट में प्रतिष्ठा होगा और दुर्नय का जैसे मैंने उल्लेख किया, नेशनल आयुष मिशन की द्वारा ये कॉलेज का प्रतिष्ठा किया जाएगा और उसमें 70 करोड़ का लागत से इस कॉलेज को खड़ा किया जाएगा। और हमारे नॉर्थ ईस्ट में नेशनल मेडिसिनल प्लान बोर्ड की द्वारा अगले दिनों में कितना सेंटर बताया, फैसिलिटेशन सेंटर फॉर सेमी प्रोसेसिंग ऑफ रॉ मटेरियल, इसके लिए अगले दिनों में नॉर्थ ईस्ट में खड़ा किया जाएगा। और गुवाहाटी में बसे हुए जो आयुर्वेदिक कॉलेज है इनको सेंटर ऑफ एक्सीलेंस के हिसाब से खड़ा किया जाएगा। सबका अपेक्षा ही है। परम आदरणीय चीफ मिनिस्टर जी ने मुझे बताया कि पुरानी प्रतिष्ठान है कॉलेज, कम से कम उसको एक नया रंग देना चाहिए, उनका आकार, उनके सभी में रोशनी डालना चाहिए, है ना। तो मंत्रालय की तरफ से ये व्यवस्था करने का निर्णय किया गया है। और आयुष हेल्थ मैनेजमेंट इंफॉर्मेशन सिस्टम is a comprehensive IT platform to effectively manage all function of healthcare delivery system and patient care in Ayush facilities. It is aimed to improve patient care in Ayush, improve work efficiency in Ayush, efficiently manage Ayush hospital and effective documentation and research of Ayush. तो इस सिलसिले में आयुष मेडिकल फैसिलिटीज अंडर नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट गवर्नमेंट, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट एंड teaching hospital in Ayush colleges will be brought under Ayush mission, and so as to develop digital database of Ayush intervention in various disease management. It will be further used for scientific validation of Ayush system of medicine. ये भी होगा और Invest India Strategic Policy and Facilitation Bureau at Invest India under the aegis of Ministry of Ayush will coordinate with and encourage potential investor to invest in Ayush and Wellness Center in Northeastern state, including manufacturing and services. ये बड़े महत्वपूर्ण कदम है। मैन्युफैक्चरिंग और सर्विसेज दोनों सेक्टर को विशेष रूप से बढ़ावा दिया जाएगा। मेडिकल वैल्यू ट्रैवल प्रमोशन इन नॉर्थईस्टर्न स्टेट विल बी ए प्रायोरिटी एरिया फॉर द टीम। इसलिए अगले दिनों में देश विदेश से जो भी लोग आएंगे, नॉर्थ ईस्ट देखे, नॉर्थ ईस्ट को समझे और यहाँ बसे हुए, सदियों से बसे हुए ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिनल सिस्टम को समझे। तो मुझे लगता है कि ये जो इन्वेस्ट इंडिया की तरफ से जो कदम उठाने का विभाग मंत्रालय के द्वारा जो काम होने जा रहा है, मुझे लगता है कि नई पीढ़ियों के लिए, विद्यार्थियों के लिए ये बहुत बड़े कदम होंगे और उसी के द्वारा ही नॉर्थ ईस्ट को सही आविष्कार किया जाएगा। तो डिस्कवर नॉर्थ ईस्ट, इट्स एबिलिटी, its potentialities, its possibilities, and whatever resources we have, and gifted by Almighty, that is to be known to the people of the globe. So I think these are the very, very important initiative. तो इसी शब्दों के साथ मैं फिर से मंजू भाई जी आपको कैसे मैं धन्यवाद दूं। गुजरात से लेकर असम तक, और आप लोगों को मालूम है इतिहास गवाह है, और हमारे जो इपिक्स है उससे हमें जो विद्या मिला है, ज्ञान मिला है, भगवान कृष्ण ने रुक्मिणी जी को असम से ले गए थे ना तो सदियों से हमारा एक रिश्ता है गुजरात और असम की। ये रिश्ता कौन तोड़ सकता है? ये दिल का रिश्ता है, भक्ति भावनाओं का रिश्ता है, ये सभ्यता और संस्कृति का रिश्ता है। इस रिश्तों से आज हमारी सारे नॉर्थ ईस्ट फिर से मोदी जी का नेतृत्व में फिर से मजबूत होने जा रहा है। और इसलिए मैं चाहता हूं कि आप सब जुड़ जाइए। टीम इंडिया की स्पिरिट से मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में हमको काम करना होगा, एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत निर्माण करना होगा। और आज मैं फिर से डॉक्टर हेमंत बिश्व शर्मा, उनकी सहयोगी और नॉर्थ ईस्ट की अलग अलग प्रदेश से आए हुए मंत्री अधिकारीगण, आप सबको मैं हृदय से धन्यवाद देता हूं। और हमारे मंजू भाई जी और हमारे राजेश कुटेशा जी, एक कुटेशा जी एक डॉक्टर है, उनकी पहचान कोई जनरल अधिकारी नहीं है। ही इज ए डॉक्टर एंड बाय प्रोफेशन एंड ही इज ए रेनाउंड डॉक्टर। और उन्होंने अपने सर्विस कार्यकाल में बहुत निष्ठा से काम किया है, इसलिए अपने कर्मों के द्वारा उन्होंने अपना एक पहचान हिंदुस्तान में बनाया है। राजेश जी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और पाठक जी एक बहुत शांत इंसान है, उनको सेक्रेटरी तक जाने के लिए मौका मिला था हेमंत जी, लेकिन उन्होंने सेक्रेटरी तक नहीं गया। उन्होंने कहा आयुष मंत्रालय में मैं अपने आप को दिल से रिश्ता जोड़ लिया है और आयुष मंत्रालय को बढ़ावा देने के लिए मैं स्पेशल सेक्रेटरी होके देश सेवा करने के लिए मैं प्रतिबद्ध हूं। ऐसा एक अधिकारी हमारे बीच में है। और आप यहाँ मैडम ऑल इंडिया इंस्टीट्यूट जैसे बड़े प्रतिष्ठान है हमारे हेल्थ एंड फैमिली वेलफेयर की, और उसी हिसाब से आयुष मंत्रालय की इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ आयुर्वेदा एक बहुत बड़ा प्रतिष्ठान है। आप लोग भी अगर किसी ने नहीं गया होगा, महंत जी आप भी देखिए, व्यवस्था को देखिए, बहुत आधुनिक व्यवस्था है। मैंने कुछ दिन पहले जाके देखा है, इसलिए मैं मैडम को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूं। बढ़िया से बहुत डिसिप्लिन ढंग से उसको रखा गया है। और कुछ दिन पहले मैं मोरारजी देसाई नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ योगा सेंटर विजिट किया था। डॉक्टर रेड्डी साहब उसको संभाल रहे हैं, बढ़िया से संभाल रहे हैं। टॉप क्लास क्वालिटी ह्यूमन रिसोर्स उत्पादित एक सेक्टर के हिसाब से अगले दिनों में विश्व में अपना पहचान बनाने जा रहा है मोरारजी देसाई नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ योगा। आप लोग इसके भी देखिए। तो मैं डॉक्टर हेमंत बिश्व शर्मा जी को मैं आमंत्रण करता हूं, आप आइए और हमारा व्यवस्था को देखिए। उसी वक्तव्य के साथ और हमारे पत्रकार बंधुगण, आप लोगों ने बहुत मेहनत किया है, आप लोगों को भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। सबको धन्यवाद देते हुए मैं अपने भाषण को विराम देता हूं। भारत माता की जय हिंद।
Shukriya, sir. Thank you so much. Now I would like to request Special Secretary Ministry of Ayush, Shri Pramod Kumar Pathak, to present the vote of thanks.
On behalf of Ministry of Ayush, it is my proud privilege to offer vote of thanks towards the end of this healthcare conference on promotion of Ayush system of medicine. Ministry of Ayush has always been on the forefront of fighting COVID since the onset of COVID around 1.5 years back. It has issued various advisories, guidelines for the practitioners of Indian system of medicine for the management of COVID. For the scientific validation, it has carried out around 127 scientific research activities, out of which 48 has been published, 25 are in preprint mode, and various studies are under the pipeline. I would like to mention that while conducting these research studies, all the protocols, like registration on CTRI, like constitution of Data Safety and Management Board, like evaluation of protocols, everything was duly followed, and these research studies were conducted in collaboration of ICMR, CSIR, Department of Biotechnology, and various renowned institutes like AIIMS and Ministry of Ayush. It was conducted, and very scientifically everything has been validated, what is being practiced over thousands of years. I would like to mention that two important initiatives like All India Institute of Ayurveda, they have acted in collaboration with 90,000 police personnel of Delhi Police, and they have provided medicine Ayu Raksha kit to Delhi Police. And it was found that those who have taken in the wave 1, those police personnel who have consumed this medicine Ayu Raksha kit, they didn't fall ill, and even if they fall ill, their condition didn't reduce to severity. They become mostly asymptomatic or mild to moderate. Second thing I would like to mention that Ministry of Ayush, in order to assess the impact of Ayush system of medicine, they issued a Ayush Sanjeevani app, over which data of 1.47 crore patients were collected, and those who participated, they found that they have benefited a lot by this system of medicine, and around 90% responded positively. Third thing I would like to mention that during wave 2, the Ayush 64 medicine, it is a polyherbal formulation. It was distributed in collaboration with Seva Bharati all over the country, and it was found that those who are consuming it, it was delivered at their doorsteps, because coming out was not an option. It was delivered at their doorsteps, prescribing the doses, and it was for 21 days, and it was found that wherever it was consumed, there the impact of COVID become very less, and people were not falling severity. So these are various initiatives, and Ministry of Ayush has also offered the services of 8 lakh Ayush practitioners across the world for the COVID management, so that they can be deployed by the district administration, and they have offered the services of their Ayush hospitals, 750 hospitals, colleges, as well as Ayush hospitals, for converting them into the COVID ward. So it was an all-out effort by Ministry of Ayush for the management of COVID in the country. Now I am coming to the offering vote of thanks to the August gathering. First of all, I sincerely thank Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, the chief guest of the function, Dr. Himant Biswa Sarma ji, for gracing the occasion and delivering inaugural address. Sir, this is the first major conference being held physically by Ministry of Ayush on the banks of sacred Brahmaputra river after a long time, which increases its importance and value. In his address, Sir has underlined the importance of Ayurveda in the COVID management in asymptomatic, mild and moderate cases. Sir, I would like to mention that Ayush medicine, Ayurveda and Yoga has already been included in the National Clinical Management Protocol, which was launched by the government for the management of COVID in the asymptomatic, mild and moderate cases. Sir, we are grateful and indebted to you, and we thank you, sir. Next, I thank Sri Sarvanand Sonowal ji, Honorable Minister of Ayush and Port, Shipping and Waterways, for gracing the occasion and taking initiative to organize this important conference. Honorable Minister is very keen to promote Ayush system of medicine not only in India but across the world for the overall benefit of mankind. His vision, enthusiasm and encouragement has inspired us to fulfill his dream of health and wellness for all through traditional medicine. I thank you, sir, for leading and motivating us through your continuous guidance and blessing us. I thank Dr. Munjapara Mahendra, Honorable Minister of State for Ayush, for gracing the occasion and delivering the address. As it was mentioned in the welcome address, sir is a renowned cardiologist and his philanthropic activity in district Surendranagar, Gujarat is exemplary. I thank you, sir, for your motivating address. I thank Shri Keshav Mahanta, Honorable Minister of Health and Family Welfare, Government of Assam, Shri S. Pangdung Phom, Minister of Health, Nagaland, and Dr. Manikumar Sharma, Singtam, Minister, Honorable Health Minister of Sikkim, for gracing the occasion and offering valuable suggestions and guidance during the meeting. We got a very good feedback regarding the prevalence of Ayush system in these states, and certainly we will follow up with your advices, sir. I thank Padma Shri Vaidya Rajesh Kotesa, Secretary, Ministry of Ayush, for delivering the welcome address and setting the tone of conference through his inaugural speech. Under the guidance of Honorable Minister, he was instrumental in transforming Ministry of Ayush administratively as well as technically by building Team Ayush, and has taken to a level where validation and scientific research of traditional medicine as well as adoption of digital tools and globalization has become a buzzword in the ministry. I thank you, sir. I thank all the senior officers of Northeastern states, Principal Secretaries, Department of Health, CEO, SMPBs, Director All India Institute of Ayurveda, Director Murad Desai Institute, and all senior officers who are actively participating and propagating and promotion of Ayush system of medicine in their respective states. I thank Director General CCRS, Dr. N. Shrikant, and Dr. Tapasi Bora, Director CARI Guwahati, and his team for making necessary arrangements for successful hosting of this event. I also thank all the senior officers of this ministry for attending the conference. My sincere thanks to all the senior officers from the ministry, industry partners, Team Invest India, representatives from media who have actively participated in the conference. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you so much, Pathak sir. Now I would like to request our honorable ministers, distinguished guests, and everybody present here to kindly stand for the national anthem. With this, we come to the end of today's program. I would like to request our guests to kindly join us for the lunch at room number 107. আৰু আমাৰ মিডিয়া বন্ধুসকলক মই জনাব বিচাৰিছোঁ ঠিক 30 মিনিটৰ পিছত আপোনালোকৰ ইয়াত কনফাৰেন্স এটা হ'ব আপোনালোকক আকৌ আহিব লাগিব তাৰ আগতে লাঞ্চ কৰি আজৰি হৈ পেলাই সোনকালে 30 মিনিটৰ ভিতৰত আহি পাবহি থ্যাংক ইউ
Madam, can someone can help me to keep in the can I just keep it now here?